Oh my gosh, look at me. About a month ago when I had all my hair, before I got my haircut, on the very day that I saw Barbershop, the final cut, and welcome to my movie review of this film. And look at me! Oh my gosh, it's all gone. I just had a wonderful day with family and friends and the movies, and went to an actual hair salon. Thank you, Rosa, the Rosa Hair Salon. And got a haircut and sent my stuff, my hair, not the hair on my face, but the hair on my head, to Locks of Love. And then, in honor of doing all of that too, there just happened to be another Barbershop movie. I can't believe it. It's been 12 years since the last one. And for some reason, Ice Cube keeps making all these stupid ride-along movies, like year after year, and there'll probably be another one. I love Ice Cube. I'm not a big fan of Kevin Hart, but I don't want any more ride-along movies. I think they're garbage. But I really enjoyed the Barbershop movies. I think the first one is the strongest. I enjoyed the second one from 2004. And again, it's been 12 years, and now we have Barbershop, the next cut. And I hope after this one, we get more Barbershop movies. I just want to point that out even before I share my opinion about the film. Which, surprise, I like the movie. Okay, so, all right. So, of course, Ice Cube, he is in charge of this crazy crew of men and women who love to cut hair and style hair for a living. I believe now the barbershop and the beauty shop are together now. The rest of the crew is here. I want to point out a lot of the cast. There's a lot of people, so I think they all deserve to be acknowledged for the most part. I might forget somebody, so I apologize, but Regina Hall is here, Anthony Edwards, Eve. I love Eve. Where's she been? I know she's working on lots of stuff that I just don't ever see, but I'd like to see her in more mainstream movies. I really like Eve. I think she's beautiful, and she's a good actress. Cedric the Entertainer, who's probably the best moments of this entire series altogether. Just the best funny moments, I should say. We have Sean Patrick Thomas. We had Jasmine Lewis. We had J.B. Smoove, who's always very funny. Love him on Curb Your Enthusiasm. We have Common. Anybody else? I know I'm missing some other names. There's lots of other people that have small parts, and they all deserve to be named. But finally, we have Nicki Minaj. Sorry, I'm just not a fan of her. I don't like her music. I don't like the way she presents herself, even though she's got a beautiful body and a beautiful butt that she loves to talk about and flaunt on. But she was the only aspect of the movie, even before seeing it, the only aspect of the movie that I was not excited to witness at all, because she's a terrible actress. And in the movie, she plays a slutty, interfering, ugly, disgusting, perverted, dumb woman who texts like this all the time and I can't understand half the things she says. Sorry, I just don't like her at all. I don't like her at all. But she's part of this movie as well, and I'm guessing she's playing something that's really true to life. I don't know her personally, of course, but I believe that she is the person that she's playing on screen. Okay, so in this film, it takes place in Chicago, and this movie focuses on, in the last couple years of what's happened in Chicago with the killings and the murders and the gang violence and all these people dying, and so the movie is focused around that. So I will say there's a lot of things I loved about that reason, and there's a lot of things I didn't love about that reason. Really quick to get out of the way, the movie is very preachy when they're all sitting around. Most of the movie takes place in the barbershop, as it should, but it is shot well, done by Malcolm D. Lee, who made one of my favorite movies a couple years ago, The Best Man Holiday, of course, and I like The Best Man, and I think he's a really good director, and I know he's making another Best Man movie. I'm glad he's helming this film, so I think he did a good job. The movie looks great, set up well, even though for the majority, we're in a set, or I feel like we're on a set, but that set is in a real location, in a real town. Maybe not Chicago, but maybe somewhere. But it looks really good. So, majority of the movie is happening in the barbershop. There is a plot that involves Ice Cube's son, who might join a gang, may or may not join a gang. There's also Ice Cube may or may not sell and move to a nicer part of the city. There's also the Common Eve. Now, Common and Eve are together, married, but Nicki Minaj, the slut that she is trying to get maybe in between them, so there's that plot going on. But, a lot of the more shiny, nice moments of the film happen inside the barbershop as they're trying to, thankfully, find a nice way to remember what has happened in the past and try and make some changes. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in the barbershop where they're talking and they're jabbering and they're goofing off and they're trying to be serious and they're trying to slam some political or heavy-handed message down your throats. And I'm tired of hearing it, but we hear a lot about it in the news, and it's very sad what's going on. But I think the news and the media and also the world likes to focus so much on the negative. I hate it that it focuses so much on the negative. And so this movie has there's a little moment in the film where just like we focus on the negative and we're just trying to, we're bringing ourselves down and we're, it's just all these, repetitive ideas that I'm just so tired of hearing about. There's so much hope. It's a great time to be alive. Yes, there's tragic things happen. Terrible things happen. I don't care who you are. They're happening to everyone, okay? Media may not want to focus on it, but they're happening to everyone. So yeah, that's going on there, and after a while, it kind of just got beat in my head a lot, and I was just like, all right, can we get to some of the funny and dramatic moments? I'm really liking what's going on with Ice Cube, and to me, Ice Cube, his character is a shining example of what I think you should do. You should be able to talk, to get your message out there without violence, without all those terrible things, and be able to have a dialogue. And I like the ideas. Do I feel that this movie is going to change anything that's going on in Chicago? Probably not. Do I feel that what these people do to their barbershop, because they do find a way, to get past all the political and other side and try and come up with an idea. I don't want to spoil what that idea is, but an idea to maybe bring the community together. And I think that's more important. I think what we do and what we say can better the world, especially if it's going through something extremely terrible. I think how we look at it and how we get out our message, and hopefully not throw it like we're shoving something down somebody's throat, but do it naturally and do it honestly and in a positive way, then maybe some major changes can happen. And that's the aspect of the movie that I really, really enjoyed. Some strong characters in this movie. I liked all the ones, especially the major cast. I like Ice Cube. Ice Cube is a man who spent his life, I think, trying to do the right thing. He's come from a bad background, and I think he somewhat tried to do the right thing in his youth, instead of having violence, but talking about it, getting it out there and stuff like that. It wasn't an easy subject to talk about, but I like Ice Cube. I always have. I would like for him to make more movies like this. Really make more movies like this that are trying to say something at the same time, entertain and make you laugh. Cedric the Entertainer is hilarious in this movie. J.B. Smoove is awesome in this movie. Nicki Minaj, I hate her in this movie, but I think she is supposed to be hated in this film, so that helped. I enjoyed the film, even though it had aspects that I didn't like and aspects that I did. I don't like the ending credit sequence. There's a scene that happens during the credits. I was like, oh, now we're getting even more political. We got to hammer this in. Yay, good. Oh, wow. Who would look at that? Oh, yeah. You know what? All I got to say about that is I really wish if they were going to have a scene like that, and they have a scene like that, if they were going to get that person, whoever that is, not going to say, don't want to spoil it for anybody, get that person to really be in your movie. That would be awesome. Even if I don't even like that person, I'll be like, wow, they actually even got that person in the movie. So that's pretty cool. But I just felt like the ending was kind of like a big slap in the face to some of the good things that this movie is trying to do. I really like this movie, and I would definitely recommend this movie. It's a mixed bag. It's definitely a mixed bag, but I'm just glad Barbershop is back. I'm really glad Barbershop is back. I'm glad that we get more movies like this, more positive films. Sometimes it's easy to focus on the negative and forget the positive, and I think one thing this movie does right is that it really tries to focus on the positive. And I'm going to focus on the positive and say that I like the movie, and I would give Barbershop the next cut. I'm going to give it a solid 3 stars out of 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do,
and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.